everybody, welcome back to another video. It's the T on NPD and relationships. Hello everyone, to all of my new subscribers and new family members. Hello, hi, welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video. Fam, y'all know I love to always plug our Thursday night live stream. Listen, this is where we go from healing to wholeness to boldness. You don't want to miss that Thursday night live stream, y'all. Let me tell you, we have a wonderful time in there. All right, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are live. Yes, that's right. We are live on the YouTube and Facebook platforms. If you are watching from those two platforms, make sure you turn your notification bells on, okay? So you know when we go live. All right. And also, y'all know I'm going to talk about it. What? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that like button. Okay. I need y'all to hit that like button for your girl. Okay. If you rocks with your girl, hit that like button. All right. Holla at your girl. The goal of the day is 2.1K plus. I need you to hit that like button. All right. All right, y'all. Also, too, I am accepting new life coaching clients at this moment. So listen, if you are in need of a life coach, please make sure you see the description below. My email is pinned in the description below. All right. And also, those of you that are, let's see, I talked about oh yes, I'm sorry. It is pinned in the description below, and it's the T on NPD coaching. Okay. So if you're in need of life coaching services, I want you to contact me on that email address. All right. All right, y'all. And then certainly last but not least, y'all know I'm plugging the book. Y'all pick up your copy today of Seduced by Satan. It is pinned in the description below. Yes, it is. Okay. So make sure you pick up your copy. Listen, it's a showstopper. It's a jaw dropper. You will thank me later. Yes, you will. You'll thank me later. So pick up your copy of the book today. The link is pinned in the description below. Grab a copy for yourself and someone else. Also, make sure you recommend it to your book club. Recommend it to your book club. All right. All right, y'all. Let's jump into the topic of this video. I want to talk about the fact that, listen, you are quiet. You're not saying anything. You're no contact. You're never going back, right? You're not going back, right? I want you to tell me, no, I'm never going back. Can you just shout that at the screen? I'm never going back. Okay. You are no contact. The narcissist does have a new supply. But you know what? The longer you no contact, guess what they doing? That's the more, that's the longer and the quicker they're going to devalue that new supply. Okay. Let me tell you something. You've not been answering any of the Hoovers, but the longer you stay no contact, that's also the quicker they're going to devalue and discard, try to devalue and discard that new supply. Why? Because it was never the narcissist's intention to leave you forever. I told y'all that before. And the reason I'm making this video is somebody said something to me a couple weeks ago. And they said, I don't think that the narcissist, I mean, I believe you, T, and I know that they do horrible things to the new supply, and I know they do this and they do that, but I just really don't think, I think the narcissist has found their person, you know, again, after me, until something happened. The narcissist turned up. At a place that she frequents, but they don't, but they know she frequents that place, and tried to get a conversation. And she's like, no, I don't want to have a conversation with you. I don't want to talk to you. Like, it's over. Like, I don't have anything to say to you. And so the narcissist was like, well, I just, you know, I wanted to just, at least just, can we talk? She's like, no, I don't want to. Well, I mean, when the whole situation happened, I wasn't trying to leave you, but you kept pushing me and pressing me for this and that. And then you said I was cheating on you and all of this. And she was like, listen, I told you I don't want to have anything. So basically she just had to get in her car and leave. So come to find out, all of those pictures had started to dissipate before him and the new supply. The pictures had started to dissipate from social media. They weren't taking and posting pictures anymore. You know, all of that. It had just come to like slow down to nothing. And I said to her, I said, well, because the longer you remain no contact with this clown, the more he's going to try to get away from that new supply, because it was never, because of the dynamic that happened between the two of them, it was never his idea to leave and be gone. Like, he wasn't even trying to leave then. He was just trying to cheat in peace. He was just trying to have a little fun. That's just what it really was about. Okay, that's what it really was about. But she was like, yeah, I wasn't with that. And you shouldn't be. I'm telling you all too, the same thing. You shouldn't ever allow a person to do that to you, you know, because it is what it is. You know, if it's supposed to be a relationship and you say the both of you are exclusive to each other, then that's just what it's supposed to be. You're not having a relationship with him, her, and them. You know, or at least that's not, well, there's some folks out there that think that's cool. They like, yeah, let's do that. That's great. The more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? So there's some folks that's out there like that. But that was not your idea of a relationship. So I'm going to tell you something. Whenever you're dealing with a narcissist and you actually force them to discard you, you force them to basically make a decision to leave, okay? And they leave. You know, they devalue, they discard you. You know, you're just like, no, I'm not going to put up with that. You're going to have to get up out of here. It is what it is. You need to handle your business, do what you do, but I'm not about to let you do me like that. Okay, cool. If that happens, then the narcissists know. They already know what time it is. They know they got to go. They know that you're not going to put up with it. They know that basically you've already stated what you were going to put up with. You already stated your standards. You told them, no, I'm not going to do this. And the times before that y'all had broken up, it wasn't necessarily related to this. It was other stupid stuff that, you know, they may have been doing, like gaslighting, you know, like stealing, you know, lying, all of that kind of stuff. But this time you found out, or, you know, you just like, okay, so it's a new supply. You know, you found out, you went through the phone, you know, you saw that it was some text messages off up in there, you know, and some more stuff. And you just like, nah, I'm not about to let you like run me like that. Like, you're not about to do that to me. Like, I'm gonna need you to go for real, for real. And so when that happens with a narcissist, they already know that when you won't allow them to do that, they know at that moment that they're going to have to discard you. But it's not a I'm going to leave you forever. It's the fact that I want to go, but I don't want to go permanently. I don't want this to be a permanent thing. I want to come back. You know, I'm going to just go and play for a little bit and come back. But see, they went and played and they stayed a little too long. And not even that they stayed too long, but you just was like, yeah, you could go ahead and stay over there and play with that, because you're not about to play with me. And so you just basically let them know what time it was and you got rid of them, you know, and you said that, yeah, I'm done. Like, yeah, this is not happening anymore. You know, we're done. Like, we're done. And so when the narcissist knew they had to leave, go over there with the new supply. Okay, so now they over there with that new supply. They don't see you posting anybody. They don't see you out dating anybody else, because they're watching you. Please believe that. They are watching you. But they don't know what you're doing, because a lot of times, y'all, I ask y'all and I say, hey, get off of social media, please. Don't let these people know what's going on in your life. You're trying to heal. You are remaining no contact for a reason. But y'all, let me tell you something. The truth is this. The longer you remain no contact with the narcissist, the longer you stay away from them, the more curious and the more interested they become in what you are doing, because they don't have any insight. They just don't. They have no insight. They don't know what you're doing. They don't know. And narcissists always want information. They constantly want information. So just like in the case where I was I had said earlier, yeah, they came back around. I had already told her they were gonna do that, because they always like to circle the wagon back around again. Okay? So when they don't have information and they don't know what's going on, what they're going to do is they're going to wonder and wonder and wonder and wonder. Okay? And then while they're wondering and they can't get to you, they can't get information. They don't know what's going on. Okay? They don't know what's going on. So what they're going to do is they're going to sit up there with their cell phones, looking at your social medias, trying to see what they could find, if they can find anything. They're going to try to get their flying monkeys. Can y'all get some information? Because I ain't able to get anything. Can you call? This is where you start getting those phone calls. And they're calling, they're just saying, hey, like, what's going on with you? They're asking just questions, just kind of probing. And these are people that you don't talk to all the time. So you already know that the narcissist has probably said something to them. And you just like, I'm not about to tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? For you to run back over there and tell them. So, you just have a real dry conversation like, yeah, everything is going well, blah, blah, blah. So the narcissist is not getting any information. So at this point, they're trying to now get away from the new supply, because they feel like you're thinking that once they leave the new supply that you're going to allow them to come back. You like, nah, it ain't even like that, bro. Nah, I'm done. So unbeknownst to them, you done. But they over there devaluing the mess out of that new supply the longer you stay no contact, because they don't know what's going on with you. And it was never their intention to go over there and stay anyway. You know what I'm saying? They would have loved to just play for a little while and then make up with you, because some of y'all have probably had that story. Where the narcissist came back like, oh, and you accepted them back. And like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. But then there are a lot of you out there that's just like, nah, I'm not, like, yeah, that's not cool with me. And so now they're over there thinking, hey, I don't know what's going on with them. I wasn't planning to leave. I didn't want to leave. That's where I want to be, because that new supply ain't taking care of that clown like you did. They're not over there being bothered with all of that mess that you had to be bothered with, and still love them through their, just being trifling. You love them through their triflingness, if that's a word. Okay? You try to really be there for them, loyal. See, narcissists, they want you to be loyal, but they don't want to be loyal to you. Okay? They don't want to be loyal to you, but they want you loyal to them. So what they feel now is that the new supply is in the way. So they got to figure out how they're going to just basically blame the new supply for everything that they're going through, even though it's not the new supply's fault, but they're going to blame them for everything. Okay, they are. And then they're going to say, you know what? I'm going to leave. And sometimes they're going to, and I'm telling you, it's a lot of times they're devaluing that new supply, trying to come back to you at the same time. But you know what? You done. You're not answering no phone calls. You're not, they blocked on everything. But the narcissist is so desperate that they are literally taking this new supply through all types of changes, because they can't get information on you, and they're trying to get back to you, because the longer you remain no contact, they're scared. They think that you gonna go and find somebody else. I hope you do. But I hope you heal before you do that. But they're scared. They know what they've done. They know what they've lost, most of all. Okay? And that right there is what really has them reeling, because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen. So now that they're not able to get in contact with you, you blocked and everything, basically the narcissist and the new supply is going through all types of changes. I mean, they turning that whole house upside down. Not because that new supply is necessarily doing anything to them, but because you won't say nothing to them. They can't get any information. Y'all. And you know, if you think back on it, some of y'all were probably in that same situation when you got with the narcissist. The narcissist may have taken you through those same changes. But that is no reason for you to break your no contact. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's between them and that bird. That's between the new supply and that bird over there. That don't have nothing to do with you. But you know what? This is what I feel. And this might be wrong, but it serves them right. Because ain't nobody going to let you sit up and cheat in peace and just continue to do them and treat them any old kind of way. And you just going to put up with it. Nah. Yeah, you forced them to do what they did, do what they had to do. They had to get rid of you because you put up a standard and you put up a boundary. And you're like, nah, you're not about to do that to me. It is what it is. We're going to rock out and do this right now. Okay? And that's what you did. You made them leave. Now that they're gone, let them stay gone. Family, because they're never going to change and they're never going to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. All right, family. So listen, y'all take really good care of yourselves. I hope this helps. And I will see you all on the next video. I love you, fam. And I'll see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.